Hi, I'm Andy Alexander, the Practical Sheepman, here to tell you how we use regenerative agriculture to make a profit while improving our land. I'm going to share with you the knowledge and experience I've gained in 50 years in the livestock business. I hope that this information is useful to some of you, and for some of you that are just starting out, I hope this really speeds up your learning curve. I'm semi-retired and run about 200 ewes on our farm here in the Finger Lakes. We are a low input grass-based operation. We winter our ewes outdoors and lamb on pasture. We purchase all of our harvested feeds, and this allows us to have our entire farm in permanent pasture and also minimizes the needed equipment. Here in the Northeast, there's a massive demand for lamb because of a large and growing ethnic population. The prices we receive for lamb here in the Northeast is often higher than any place else in the world. Our proximity to this excellent market gives us an advantage over a lot of other producers around the country. A fair amount of this land is not well suited for crop production, but it can make excellent pasture. Sheep are an excellent animal to convert that pasture into cash. When managed properly, the grassland improves year after year. In addition to the profitability of a sustainable grazing operation, there are ecological benefits like the sequestering of carbon and open green areas. Sheep are a fantastic tool to improve pastures. They will eat weeds that cattle won't touch. When proper grazing management is used, sheep will eliminate most weeds without using herbicides. This allows more productive pasture plants to proliferate. A large percent of the nutrients they consume are recycled in a form that's readily available to soil microbes and plants. Sheep can graze forage for less than half the cost of mechanically harvesting and feeding it. Minimal infrastructure in terms of equipment is available. Because of this, our overhead costs are very low. Fence is a whole lot less expensive than a complete line of haying equipment, because it typically costs twice as much to feed harvested feeds as it does to allow the sheep to harvest the feed themselves. Extending the grazing season is critical for a profitable operation. Every day that sheep can graze is money saved. We graze hay aftermath on our neighbor's land, as well as where we stockpile it on our own paddocks. Because of their lighter weight, sheep don't destroy the sod the way cattle might, making it possible to extend grazing during wet conditions that we often experience in the late fall and early winter. We often get snow here in the Finger Lakes in the late fall and early winter, but that's no reason to stop grazing. The sheep are capable of pawing through up to a foot of snow so long as there's abundant grass beneath it. Even with an extended grazing season, here in this part of New York State, it's unreasonable to think you can graze 12 months out of the year. Therefore, we feed harvested feeds that we purchase on pasture. Because I'm buying in feed, I'm actually importing nutrients onto my land, which greatly improves the fertility over the years. We have been doing this for decades, and for every dollar I've spent on harvested feeds delivered to our farm, I'm getting 30 cents worth of nutrients delivered to our pastures in the form of manure and what hay is wasted. When faced with today's high commercial fertilizer prices, this goes a very long way to keeping our operation sustainable. Why do I choose to raise sheep? Well, sheep have a lot of biological advantages over cattle. A ewe lamb can be bred to produce her first lamb at 12 months of age, and that lamb can actually be sold 5 months later. Compare that to a beef heifer, and you're looking at many years before getting a payback. Ewes are capable of producing twins. It's not uncommon for a pasture-based flock to have 150% lamb crop or greater. With beef cattle, you're only getting one calf per year. Because sheep have a 5-month gestation period, getting ewes bred back on time to lamb every 12 months is easy. With cattle, this can often be a struggle. With spring lambing, the ewe's peak nutritional needs during lactation coincide with the most productive pasture growth of the year. This results in a lot of money saved. We'll be doing an in-depth series of YouTubes on how we make a profit using regenerative agriculture here in the Northeast with our sheep operation. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and hit like. Thank you.